Hey y'all, hey. It's Sharita again with Blank Space Designs, where we get into the behind the scenes and shenanigans of being a 9 to 5 corporate girly who is also attempting to grow a boutique stationery and accessories shop. Welcome or welcome back. As all of you other small business girlies know, a huge part of running your small business is the financial side of it. So I wanted to make sure that I spend some time resetting for November, and that's what this video is going to be all about. We're going to jump once again into some of the metrics and the statistics and the analytics and all of the financials over the last 31 days and talk a little bit about what kind of progress I made towards some of the goals that I set in my last reset video. But first, in order to start off November correctly, we are going to get this studio under control. It has absolutely gotten out of control over the last couple of weeks, and to be quite honest, has probably been out of control for the last 2 or 3 months. I do a little bit of spot cleaning, and as you saw in one of my previous videos, I will reorganize a shelf here. I will empty the trash there. Every now and then, I might alphabetize a couple of notebooks on a shelf, but I really haven't gone deep into decluttering and tidying up the studio in the way that I know works best for me. So before November kicks off, we are going to really get into this studio space and clean it in the way that it truly needs to be cleaned.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems. I like to be weighing my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow. I think I'll chew it.
Now let's get into the fun part. Let's talk numbers. In a previous reset video, I think I mentioned that I was more than likely going to do these reset type videos quarterly, which is every 3 months. However, October proved to be a very good month for Blank Space Designs. So I wanted to come back and just give you a little progress update that might prove to be a little bit of encouragement and motivation for other small business owners. October proved to be a personal best for me in all the years that I've done any business with Blank Space Designs. I actually did a personal best in sales in the retail space, and I did a personal best on my website in sales as well in the month of October, which really, really, really pumped me up for the holiday season. I'm hoping that this uptick in sales across multiple revenue streams is indicative of what I can see over the holiday season. I am hoping and wishing and praying for that for all of us, that this holiday season really is going to be a personal best for all. Anyways, let's get into the actual numbers. For October, I had 154 sales in total. 84% of those sales came from the retail space that I'm currently in. 5% of those sales came from the custom orders that I do. And again, those tend to just be for friends and family. 7% of those sales are from my Shopify business site. 3% of those sales were from Etsy, and 1% of those sales were wholesale orders through Fair. As I previously mentioned, when it comes to my expenses, I did have a pretty expensive third quarter. A lot of it had to do with new product launches and preparing for the holiday season. So I did know that through Q3, my expenses were going to be kind of high. I'm coming off the tail end of that. So October for me still was a little bit higher than I would like it to be, but those expenses definitely have come down. When we get into the expenses, 68% of all expenses in October were for office supplies. 11% was for phone and any kind of hosting for my website. 11% were for any business subscriptions, and 10% were for any shipping and postage fees. I think I did mention before that I definitely want to get into niching down even more into some of my expense buckets. Right now, I keep it very high level, and it's pretty much all of my expenses are divvied up into office supplies, shipping, subscriptions, phone and hosting, that sort of thing. Specifically, when it comes to office supplies, I want to divvy that bucket up even more so I have better transparency into what I'm spending. Right now, dumping everything into a bucket that's called office supplies, I mean, it gives me a little look into how I'm spending the money, but I want to, in 2025, really have a lot more transparency when it comes to that office supplies bucket. So if y'all have any ideas on how I can kind of divvy that bucket up, so I have even more transparency without those expense types getting ridiculously overwhelming, please let me know. In my corporate financial world, we don't do a whole lot of buckets when it comes to office supplies. And if any of you are financial girlies, y'all know that office supplies in the corporate world can mean anything. It could mean anything from a box of pencils to a whole new desk. And that doesn't necessarily mean that both of those things should be in the same expense bucket. However, for my small business, I do want to be a little bit more detailed than that. So if y'all have some suggestions on how I should do a little bit better about labeling that office supplies bucket, let me know. Drop it in the comments because I do want to start 2025 rather, off really strong and make sure that I'm providing myself with the best transparency into my financials. October also proved to be a significant social media metrics month for me as well. Let's start with Instagram. With Instagram, I posted 3 reels, 5 posts, and 17 Instagram stories. Those reels resulted in 557 views, and I am still at 145 followers. I didn't gain any followers on Instagram on during October, but I didn't lose any either, so we're going to count that as a win. I can see just by looking at these analytics that apparently I tend to be more of an Instagram stories girl, but just listening to other social media people, apparently you don't really make any sales through stories. So does that really help me in any way? But whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm posting, that was my goal with all of this, just trying to be consistent. And if posting on Instagram stories means I'm being consistent, I guess I'll continue doing that. With TikTok, I posted one video and my account received 1,108 views. And I am currently still sitting at 15 followers. Again, TikTok is still just a mystery to me. I feel like it should be easier than when I'm making it, but as of right now, it still tends to just be an afterthought, hence the very real fact that I only posted one video for the entire month. We're working on it. We're working on it. I'm sorry. Let me stop lying to y'all. We're not working on it. Let me be truthful. We're not working as hard as we could on it. However, I do plan to have a better content calendar when it comes to TikTok going into the new year. So we will be working on it. How about that? I will be working on my TikTok strategy and content calendar going into the new year. But as of right now, we're keeping it all light and lazy. And in October, I posted one video. Now let's get into some of these YouTube analytics. And this is where none of it makes sense to me. So in the month of October, I posted two long form videos that hopefully y'all watched and one short. Definitely wasn't a heavy content month for me in any way, shape, or form. I wanted to be better. I wasn't. We'll try again in November. However, a short that I posted 2 months ago went viral in quotation marks, definitely viral for me. Sure, it's not viral for a lot of other people, but a short that I posted months ago went viral for Blank Space Designs that resulted in just on that one short 25.2 thousand views, which is insane. And those 25,000 views all happened in the same 24 hours. I cannot tell you how any of that happened. I will show a quick little preview of what that video is. It is low quality. It is semi blurry. It is kind of dark. I don't think I'm even using any really trendy audio. It was something that I truly put together in maybe 10 minutes and has been sitting on my YouTube channel for at least 6 weeks. And out of nowhere, 25,000 people decided to watch it. How does that make sense? How did they get here? How did they find me? It's all just so crazy to me. It's all so crazy to me and has made me laugh just randomly over the last couple of days. Like it truly has been one of the funniest things that has happened in my business in months because it just doesn't make any sense. And I feel like I could not recreate that on purpose. If you offered me $1 million today, I wouldn't be able to recreate that on purpose in any way, shape, or form. But that's what happened in October, and uh, it really does make me happy because at least it does show that there are some people that are willing to watch my nonsense on a social media platform, even when it's not what I consider my best quality. Because of that, my subscribers went up quite a bit for Blank Space Designs, of course. I gained 66 subscribers in October, which is again crazy to me and a lot more than I have ever. It's just a lot more eyes on anything I've ever done, probably ever in life. So if you are here from that video, if you are a new subscriber, I hope this channel is what you thought it would be. And I hope that you stick around because we're going to be doing a whole lot more of this. And hopefully in the new year, we'll be doing even better and even more interesting things. So that is how YouTube treated me in October. Uh, I don't even know what else to say when it comes to that. I guess like all of us, you just keep trying. You keep putting your things out, and the people who are meant to see it will see it. It sounds really trite even saying it. It sounds cliche and ridiculous, and I'm sure many of you rolled your eyes when I said it. But I guess it's true. You just put things out, and it'll attract the people that it's supposed to attract, and the eyes that are supposed to see it will see it. Because I mean, even out of those 25,000 views that short received, only 66 people subscribed. So that is very, very, very small percentage of the actual people who watched that short. But those 66 people chose to be here. And for that, I'm grateful. Welcome. So let's talk about some of the progress I made towards some of the goals I previously set. One of the first goals was increasing my sales by 10%, and I think we are well on our way to doing that by year end. I have high hopes for the holiday season just based off of how October wrapped up. So I do think that we are well on our way to meeting that particular goal. I also wanted to participate in 4 vendor events, and as of today, I am scheduled for 4 different vendor events. 3 in November, which is ambitious, but we're going to do it, and one in December. There's still one other I'm kind of, sort of, maybe thinking about for December, but that might be outside of my capacity at this point. So I'm still thinking about that one, and I'll let y'all know if I add that on. If you are a North Carolina local, check out my schedule. It's in the description box, and come and hang out with me on one of these pop-ups. We have a good time. We laugh, we giggle. I normally have one of my friends with me, so it's always a party at my canopy. I also wanted to decrease expenses from Q3. And as I mentioned earlier, to the expense portion, I am on my way to making sure that I don't spend as much money during Q4 than I did in Q3. And I also wanted to work on drafting my 2025 product launches. The draft that I currently have, it's still in my brain. I think about it quite often. Nothing is written down, nothing is planned, but I do have some baby ideas of what I would like to offer in 2025, but that's still very much so in its infancy phase, and nothing has been decided or even written down at this point. We are well on our way to meeting and hopefully exceeding my goals for social media as well. My Q4 goal for social media was 200 YouTube subscribers, and we are literally 20 subscribers away from that. I currently have 180 subscribers. I also wanted to do consistent Instagram and TikTok posting. October, we did not meet that particular goal, but going into November and December, I do have a teeny bit more of a robust content calendar, especially ramping up for the holiday season. So the consistency of my posting will be better. I also wanted to work on a 2025 content calendar. Haven't touched it, haven't even really thought about it. I know I'm going to do it and I know I'll be better at it, but I definitely haven't written anything down when it comes to 2025. And the major one, the most significant one is keeping it stress free and fun. And I've definitely done that. I know that this isn't working for me when social media starts to truly stress me out. I'm just not that guy. I can't do it. I know it's a big part of marketing, but I cannot allow social media in any way, shape, or form, whether it's personal or business, to stress me out. Then running this business will no longer be fun. I'll no longer want to do it. And you'll be able to tell that in everything I put out, whether it is a social media post or my products, you will be able to tell very quickly that I no longer enjoy what I'm doing. And what is the point if I don't like it? Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that quick little dive into my metrics and analytics for October. It was a cute little wild ride. I didn't expect any of it. I would like to say that I really didn't do anything different, but I don't know if that's the truth. I think some of the consistency and some of the planning that I've done at the beginning, in the middle of the year is just maybe starting to pay off. Maybe that's really just what it is. I decided to be more consistent on YouTube, and maybe that resulted in one of those shorts getting the kind of views that it gets. I decided to be better about offering different products and not letting my site and Etsy and Fair become stagnant. And maybe that's what resulted in getting more sales across those sites. I'm making sure that my packaging was pretty and inviting in the retail space. And maybe that is what is contributing towards getting my personal record sales at the retail space I'm in. I guess all I'm saying is all of those little things that we do every single day to run our business, the little ways that we make it better with our packaging, the little ways that we make it better with making sure we're organized and efficient in the way that we ship things, the ways that we design and listen to our customers and offer the kind of things that not only delights us, but delights the people that follow us. All those little things that we do day by day really just goes into our brand and our products and our social media presence. And I think all of that combined really is what helps us make money. I mean, that really is what it comes down to. All of those things do assist in how we present ourselves to our customers. And it is what gets our customers to spend money with us. That's really what it comes down to. So I'm going to give myself a big win for October, that all of the things that I've done over the last couple of months have culminated in a very good month. And I am wishing and hoping a great November for all of us. So if you're a small business girly out there and you're not having the best day in your office or studio space, just know that the work that you're doing today, you will see eventually. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe it's not even going to be 30 days from now, but the work that you're doing today and the work you do tomorrow and the work you do next week, remain consistent and continue just competing with yourself and trying to make everything you put out into the world better and better. And eventually you will see the fruit of your labor. I do believe in that. I do believe that eventually, in some way, shape, or form, you will see the effect that your work today has on your business. Anyway, so I guess that was my little motivational TED Talk for October. If you stuck around this long, thanks a lot. I appreciate y'all. If it wasn't for the comments, if it wasn't for the encouragement that I receive and the laughs that we have across all my social media platforms, I doubt that I would do that. Y'all are fun, y'all are great, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. So I think that's going to be the end of this particular video. Thanks for rocking with me. See you around the internet somewhere.